Hello, I'm Ellese and I'm here today to show you how to sharpen your craftsman's knife with a whetstone. Now, I have here a whetstone with a gradient of 180, which is the coarse side, and 320, which is the finer side. You always want to start with your coarser side and move on to your finer side. Also, you always do half the amount on the coarser side than to the finer side, half the amount of passes. So, apart from that, you will need one oiling cloth and one cleaning cloth and some oil. And we do this to protect it from rust. Now, remove your sheath and give your knife a good clean from the handle to the point, moving down the spine and down the blade. Because when you are doing your sharpening, you don't want to get any dirt into the metal and ruin your blade. Okay, so we'll put that there so we don't confuse it. Now, moving on, we're going to be using a 180 coarse side first. So you just use a circular motion here. I'll just give you a little before and after. Okay. I'm going to time it, so I'm roughly 2 minutes into this video, so when it gets to about half a minute, I'm going to change and switch sides. You're just using really small circular motions across one side of the blade. And you want to see a bit of a fine powder forming, which means it's working. Right, now switch to the other side. And you want to do both sides to make sure you don't get an angled knife that's going a bit to the left or a bit to the right. Okay, now we're going to turn over to our finer side and we'll do double the time. So that we're going for about a minute now. Again, you don't want to use any electrical or battery powered tools, battery powered or electrical, but on your tools, because my time has gone off. One moment. There we go. The heat changes the structure of the metal, and unless you're trained and you know what you're doing, you don't want to do that. That's why we're going for this hand tool. Okay, it's about a minute. Switch sides to your coarser side, finer side, and even it out. Right, it might need a bit more attention, but for the purposes of the video, I think that'll be sufficient. I'm just going to clean my blade again, because you don't want any of the composites getting into the structure of the metal. Okay, and we're going to take our oiling cloth and apply some oil. People tend to usually use Camilla oil, but again I've only got a dash of olive oil, which I think most people will find in their kitchen. So you don't want to put a lot here, just enough to give it a protective coating from rust forming onto it. Now it's probably tempting to run your finger along it. If you're tempted to do that, don't do it. Just clean the blade a little bit, the handle. Okay, so then you want to put your protective cover back on. Where did that go? Oh, here it is. And put that back into the toolbox in the allocated safety area, and that will be good to use for the next couple of months and protect it from rust. My name is Ellese. That was Forest School Unit 2 of How to Sharpen Tools, specifically a craftsman's knife or sheath knife. Thank you.